Trisha Paytas opens up about some pretty deep stuff that she went through a couple years ago. And we have the interview here, and we're going to be talking about it and dissecting it. And you already know I have all the tea all the time. So leave a like, leave a comment. And I have some exclusive tea on it. So we're going to talk about all that drama. So listen, tap in, guys. I'm really excited to see what Trisha Paytas has to say because she hasn't done an interview about herself since I don't remember the last time she's done that. I mean, she interviews other people. She talks about other people's drama. But rarely does she ever take a time and really open up about herself like this. This was interesting to watch. It's almost like she reached a new level of enlightenment. So we're going to take a deep dive into it. I have all the receipts. We're going to watch it. And please leave your comments down below. You might make it in the next video. I really want to know what you guys have to think about this and say about this. So I'm excited. So I have not seen it. So grab a snack and come on back. Here we go, guys. Okay, guys, don't ask me why I'm dressed up like Cruella de Vil. But here we go. Shut up. Don't cover me. Leave me alone. I'm really excited to see this interview. Here we go.
A lot about, using pills, using sex, seeking fame, the ups and downs of that. What was your lowest point and what sought you to kind of seek perhaps a spiritual path out of what you were experiencing?
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there before she answers. Body language. She has her hands between her legs. She looks kind of like, ooh, what did I do wrong, Daddy? What did I do wrong, Mommy? She looks kind of nervous. That's what I'm trying to get at. She's kind of nervous, apprehensive. And shout out to Spill Some Tea With Me for sending me this clip. And she's in an interview with The Soul. I think it's called The Soul. Her hair, let me just say this. She's not all glammed up, hyper glam. She's not like that Trisha Paytas quintessential brand that we know her as. The blonde bombshell, wearing pink, giggly, laughing, telling jokes. This is something different. She's very demure, very toned down. The outfit is relatable. I mean, you can find that top anywhere. Any girl can look like that. Spaghetti string, black tank top, and a flannel. And it's like a navy flannel. So, that color, navy blue, is a lot more trusting, more inviting. It's not like that red one. So the whole look is interesting. The fact that she's here, her makeup looks very toned down. I'm glad she put on makeup today this time. But she's about to answer, and I'm excited to hear what she has to say. But first, I got to pay the light bill, girls. So let me take a word from our sponsors, and I'll be right back. Here we go. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Now listen, Manscaped did it again. They partnered up with me this month. This isn't the only package I'm looking at today because Manscaped has a new product out. It is the Chairman Pro. This is a behemoth. This is huge. This feels like luxury in my hands, how heavy this is. So I want to talk to you about this new product and how much I love it. Okay, it has smooth glide, easy to rinse, up to 75 minutes of runtime. And listen, guys, the interchangeable dual head system. And the interchangeable dual head system, that part right there will keep your stubble tight with the skin-safe stubble trimmer to use. Skin-safe foil to shave up to 5 days of growth down to the skin. Now, it does have the LED spotlight. See the light right here? So when you're in the dark, I'm telling you, you're not gonna miss a hair. It also has, in the front of the device, it's gonna have a lock, a travel lock. So when you're traveling, it's not gonna go off in your duffel bag, in your suitcase. So when you get to your hotel room, it is not dead on arrival. Okay, you guys, check this out. Look, it bends, like this bends. So you're not gonna nick yourself when you do it. Let me show you guys. Okay, watch. It's really going in the contour of my neck. I hear it working. Oh my gosh. All right, in the box, there's so much more. Look, you can swap out the heads if you wanted to, and then when you're traveling, Manscaped has you covered because inside here you have your little travel pouch. You can zip it here. You're gonna have your charger with USB Type-C. Here you go. So USB Type-C, so if you have a MacBook or you have a new iPhone, this will be perfect for that. You just charge it up, ready to go. All this is inside the kit for you. So when you're ready and you're traveling, everything is here. And this material, It's easy to wipe clean. So use code RICHLUX at manscaped.com. You can save 20% off. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. There's something for everybody at manscaped.com. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Now let's get right on back into the drama. Mwah. Okay, grab a snack, come on back. Here's what she had to say. Here we go.
Couple low points. 2007, 2019, I had 2 overdoses that landed me in the hospital. But it actually was 2021 when I had like an actual psychotic break where I was like, ooh, like nothing's working. Because 2021, I've done the therapy, I've done the DBT. I thought I had everything under control. But, you know, there was just like one event online, like sort of like a cancellation. And I've been through so many, but there was one specific cancellation that like,
What
honestly,
happened?
it's like traumatic. I've never talked about it. Like it's online. I think if people know, they know.
Was she talking about Ethan Klein and H3? And I remember I was there. If you guys want to see I can't remember what to. There's a video of me and Trisha together. We recorded a YouTube video. I went to her house. She gives me a tour of her house. This is before I had liposuction, tummy tuck, before my weight loss, before I got, veneers, like before all that. I looked like a totally different person. And, I was in LA. We agreed to meet up and shoot some content for YouTube. And, I went to her apartment. She was a lovely girl. She was nice. She was, she had a lot of stuff in her apartment. She said, I'm thinking about moving. And off camera, like she was like a person. I had a great time. She offered me, she offered me a Takashi Murakami Louis Vuitton bag. And I just couldn't take it from her. She was like, Rich, take it. And I was just like, no. I'm not one of those clout chasing people. Give me, or what can I get out of it? So much has been taken from me. I just didn't want to take anything from her, even though she was offering it. Looking back, I probably should have been like, yeah, I would love the Takashi Murakami bag, and I would have kept it forever. It would have been a relic. But it was a fun video, and I remember off camera she told me, and I know I'm not gonna get she won't get mad if I say this because she had said it herself many times. She talked about at that time I didn't know it was true or not. I just felt like oftentimes when I meet people and they tell me things, I just don't believe them. I'm like, you're just telling me this to see if I tell anybody else, trying to test me or something, or you're just being, exaggerating. So I just didn't believe it. She told me this, but I didn't believe it. She said, I crashed my Hummer into a house the other day, and it was crazy, or something like that. And I think it was a pink Hummer or something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But she was on the couch and she told me about it, and then she was editing a video, and then she, threw it up on the YouTube, and then she was like, I'm so tired, I'm so sleepy, I've just been on go, and I'm just gonna take a nap. And then she took a nap, and I remember, I don't know if she remembers it or not, but I gave her a Louis Vuitton keychain. It was like a limited edition. When I first walked into the house, I gave her a limited edition keychain, or sometime in the house somewhere. I gave her a keychain. I'll link the video down below if you guys want to watch that original video of us hanging out. You'll see it down below in the description box. And if you do go, leave a pumpkin emoji in the chat if you're coming from this video to that video. So I appreciate it. So I know where you came from. And, she fell asleep on the couch, and I was working on my phone and, editing and stuff and, doing the whole YouTube gig. And then I was like, okay, Trisha, I'm going to head out. She's like, okay. And then, I was like, bye. And then I left. I called the Uber and I booked it. And we had a great time. It was a fun experience, And she allowed me to be in her house because, she knew I was friendly with Shane Dawson, and she was friendly with Shane Dawson at that time. I was friendly with Jeffree Star. She was friendly with Jeffree Star at that time. So it was kind of like, we all know the same people, so we had collaborated. But her energy was different. Like, her energy there is different from the energy today. you know, and I meet people sometimes one day, and then like maybe 6 months or a year later, I see them again, and I'm like, hey, your energy is different. Like, I like you're a lot more calm. I'm liking this, you know, and they're like, thank you, and they say that I worked on myself, or I've been through some things, or I have eye-opening experiences and things like that, so they know. So all that to say this, I'm kind of sad watching this, and I feel like she glazed over. Well, you know, the first time and then the second time, but then there was once the third time, and like I think the audience really wanted to hear about that first time, and go in depth into the second time, and go deeper into the third time, and then say maybe because childhood trauma and healing my inner child, this is why I did those things. But we're not there yet. But I feel like her being here and talking with this gentleman, she's reached a new level of enlightenment. And I understand there's gonna be people who are they just don't like Trisha. I get the gig. And you're allowed to not like her. I'm not here to persuade you to like her or not to like her. I'm just watching this video and giving my commentary on it. Because I can't get a view to save my life. Must that subscriber or a heart emoji in the comments. So let's see what she talks about. What crazy thing happened online that affected her mentally?
It's actually, and a lot of it was.
Can you talk about it here? Is this a safe space?
It is, but I don't know if the internet's a safe space. Like because you know what? Because it is still so fresh, right? Like it's a few years ago. A lot of it was brought on by me. I would say like 90% of it was definitely brought on by me.
That right there, the admittance of her saying that a huge percentage was brought on by her. She said 90%, right? Or 97% or 90%. The fact that she said 90%, or, you know, I never forget, I got into an argument with a friend of mine years ago, and we had a mutual friend, and I said, you know, this person dated that, and then that friend said, you're just guilty too. I was trying to make the point that this person did all these things, and I only did this much. And my friend was like, don't do that. Don't weigh or who did the most damage, who did the less damage. Just own your side of the street and move on. And in here, she's basically saying that Ethan Klein had, 10% of the drama was caused by him, because she only is claiming 90-something% of it. It's like, no, just claim it. But the fact that she's even acknowledging that she's saying, and I admit that 90% of the stuff is my fault, that's huge. Because it's that right there, her arrogance, ego, and pride are now being put aside, because narcissists would clearly say, oh, it's all their fault. I'm perfect. I do not play a role in that at all. That's them, not me. But no, she's even lowering her narcissistic side a little bit, and acknowledging, hey, I played a role in this, and it was 90% of it. That's huge. That right there is growth.
I couldn't handle the triggers that I was able to. There was just a situation I was in that triggered me a lot. And I'm putting it all on me and like not on anyone else. Like it triggered me so much. And I thought I was like strong enough to like handle these triggers, but it didn't work. So I had a psychotic break in September of 2021.
What happened?
I went online. It's deleted now. I just went on Twitter. It wasn't even YouTube. And I just was like screaming, sobbing. Like I couldn't control myself. Like I couldn't breathe. Just like shouting at people to like leave me alone.
And let me just pause you right there. What is it about you? And I'm just really trying to understand this. Like I'm so activated. I'm so angry. I'm so triggered. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm about to just lose my shit. I'm gonna have a psychotic break.
Yeah.
But I gotta log in and hit live stream and put it in the tripod and press it and make sure my light's on, and now I'm gonna have the psychotic break.
Well, the lights weren't on.
What's the deal with that though? What is that impulse? And again, is it because you're getting that reward from doing it? The more that you have kind of nervous breakdowns online, then
it did. See, it's like whenever a YouTuber is gonna make a video crying, And they're like, okay, let me turn on the light. Let me wear my little sweater, my little Cruella de Vil outfit. Ring light, okay, makeup on. Hey guys, this is a video I thought I would never have to make. It's like you did all this production work beforehand to then start crying. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it is driven by clicks and views because you know it's going to get attention.
Get, the
Yeah.
money truck backs up or
I
what?
think in the past it would have been, but this was the reason I mentioned Twitter is because like you couldn't monetize Twitter back then. So I remember putting it because to me it was like I said, I've been canceled. I've been in so many feuds. Again, a lot of my doing. I was drama.
I'm going to slow you down here
Please,
because
I know.
I want to get. There's a lot of big generalizations.
He's right. He's onto it. She's moving way too fast. She is not, and she tends to do this too. It's like a blanket apology. It's like, no. Like, people want to know the dissection of, well, first of all, who you're talking about. What triggered you so hard? Ethan Klein, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson? Like, what was it? Why were you taking these substances?
I want to get like real more specific. Like,
one thing I've never talked about, and because I've healed so much, because it was literally like, and this sounds so silly, because it's like I've been through like literally sexual assault when I was a kid by like teachers, like crazy shit. But this like,
Was it Riney? Say his name. Riney, the teacher. Here we go.
Event, I don't know. It's just something I haven't processed or worked through quite yet. And because it took years for me to like fully get through it, and maybe I'm not even fully get through it, otherwise I could talk about it. Again, I think people like if they know, they know. And it's
too slow. Like, it's been years and she's barely at this point where she can have this conversation, and even then she can't even talk about it. Like, this was a glimpse into her growth. Yes, she has grown, but damn, she has a lot more growing to do because everyone's different. But I feel like if I was, it's easy for me to say this outside looking in, but I'm like, if I was her, I would already be past that point. I would be able to talk about it freely. I'd write a book about it. I'll make videos about it. You know what I'm saying? But like, this shows that she has not grown as much. She's grown, but not as much because she hasn't reached that level of enlightenment to talk about it. I feel like she's learned her lessons because I know for a fact that lessons are repeated until they are learned. I think that she has a lot of resentment, which is unfulfilled expectations. And with that being said, I think she's worked past through that internally, but not outly. Because if she did, she would have Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Ethan Klein on her podcast and rekindle those fires. But it's like she's forgiven but not forgotten. She's forgiven but she's still hurt. And even this whole outfit of her being in this like comfy, loungy clothes says a lot about the whole demeanor of this conversation too. But I think that from a viewer standpoint, like me watching this, I'm kind of let down because this was her moment to open up. And all she did so far was say, hey, I did some healing, I own it, but I'm not ready to talk about it fully yet. That's what she's saying here. And I think that shows growth. Again, viewer standpoint, we wanted her to come here to this table ready to talk about it, not tell us, I'm not ready to talk about it.
I put the blame on me because I couldn't handle the triggers. But in answer to your question of like why film it, right, is because I feel like when you feel like the whole world is against you, you want people to see the pain. But then people could say, this is manipulative, this isn't real. But I was in so much pain that I just wanted people to be like, look, I'm breaking down. Like, I quit. I'm surrendering. Please stop talking about me. Like, I'm done. Like, and that's what I wanted people to see. But it backfires, right? Because obviously in the storm of cancellation, people are like, you're being manipulative. This is fake tears, which kind of makes it worse for the person then going through it, right? Like, it was real. But for me, I just felt like if people could see the hurt, like, because I used to do that to like boyfriends, to anyone. Like, I wanted them to see that I was actually in pain.
Because hurt people, but I want you to see that I'm hurt. And I want to make you feel how I'm hurting. People do that. That is a form of, it's a toxic trait, a little bit of narcissistic behavior there.
But it kind of backfires, so it doesn't really work that way, which now I haven't cried or had a breakdown online since then. And I'm so happy and much prouder for
3
that.
years without a gigantic online breakdown.
Are we knocking on wood?
Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a big feat for
You
someone
feel
like
free
me.
to have one here, though. That would be...
And you know what? And it does feel like that. Like, I don't know you, but I'm like, I can talk to you. You understand. Like, I just feel, but yeah, I think because I've done so well of just like not talking about it, because I just never want to come across as like a victim or poor me, because like in this situation, like I really don't think I was. It just was like a lot for me to handle at once. And for some reason, I couldn't psychologically handle it back then.
So you psychotic break, 21, cancellation, everything, and what happened then? I love to hear the stories of like Phoenix from the ashes, like point
But
where...
American culture, we love to build people up and tear them down and watch them build themselves up. Again, we've done it with Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. I think in some weird way, Trisha Paytas has done that. We have built her up and broken her down, and she has rebuilt herself. But damn it, I wish she would talk about it. I don't think this guy's the right one. I think it would have to be somebody bigger, like an Oprah, to sit there. And I know y'all guys are rolling your eyes, but I think if Oprah was here and Gail, she'll talk. She'll work through it. But this is great that she's able to do this on camera. I'm just glad we got this. It's almost like, you know what I'm looking for? Because I have been in the crosshairs of Trisha Paytas before. She's accused me of stealing her camera in Las Vegas. We never even saw each other. We were in the same hotel. We hung out with the same people that day, but we literally just crossed each other. I've never gotten an apology for it, but I saw that she's made apologies saying, I apologize if I hurt anybody. A blanket apology, but I didn't get one specifically. And I'm okay with that. Because I don't forgive people for them. I forgive them for myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Trust me. It's not right. But it's going to be okay. It's not right. I'm going to make it anyway. You know what I'm talking about? Because when she said that, like, I lost followers. People were calling me a liar. And I was like, girl, I did not steal that women's camera. Oh, my God. Trust. And if I did steal her camera, I already know she was going to make 10 videos, 15 YouTube videos, a whole bunch of tweets. I never stole her camera. But it was like, the brand took a hit because people thought I did. And I'm like, I didn't do that. And they unfollowed and subscribed, and then they re-followed it. And you know how people are. People are so fickle. They unsubscribe and they subscribe. And unsubscribe and subscribe. So anyways, this is what I want to say about this situation. It's like, I think the people want Trisha to open up more here. But it's like being with like a boyfriend or a toxic girlfriend, and they did something wrong and they upset you. And then they come around again like a couple hours later, and they like, you know, give you I don't know, like they make you something or bring you a cup of water or serve you a plate of food. And then that's kind of like their way of saying, I'm sorry, you know, without saying it, like an act of service or something. And I think that's what we're getting here. Because I don't think Trisha is there. Like, her emotional intelligence for this and her trauma that she went through online isn't there yet. I think she'll get there. I'm just upset that she's not there already. And who am I to say that? Who am I to judge? Who am I to sit here and be like, hurry up, get through it, girl, because we want the tea. That's basically what I'm saying. But who am I to say that? From a drama channel, tea channel, commentary perspective, yes, I'm saying that. But from a human aspect, take your time. Take all the time you need.
We're at and what handholds you found to get yourself out of it, because ultimately at Soul Boom, we're looking for spiritual tools
Yes.
to help us in our personal transformation and societal transformation. So
I love that. This psychotic breakdown, I should also mention, was very different than anything else I have experienced, in the sense that I was like hearing voices during this era,
Oh
right?
my God, I remember that. She had made a Snapchat or Instagram post and she was saying, I'm hearing voices. And when she said that, I thought she was like lying about it for views and clicks. And then as time went on, I was like, no, she was serious about it. And that was scary. That was really scary. Wow.
2020 to like 2021.
Because then the calls are coming from inside the house, up here. It's one thing to be sick, you know, outwardly, like maybe you have like a foot infection, or, you know, you have an illness like a thyroid disease, or maybe you have diabetes, or some type of Hashimoto's or something like that. You guys know chronic illnesses and stuff like that. But it's another thing to have the illness of the mind, because then the calls are coming from inside the house. And then let's just be honest, it doesn't help that at that time she was eating like crap. You know, all those phthalates and phthalates and carbon black and red dyes and chemicals in the food. It alters your mood. On top of her hearing voices in her head and having a psychotic break.
I was getting triggered a lot. And it's something I should have shut down. I definitely should have shut down like anybody triggering me, but I don't know. You know, I just play along with it because for so long in my life, I'm like, this is what makes money. So I think I was already conditioned to be like, well, triggers are funny. And when I get triggered, people like it. And then people do like it until they don't, right? And then they're like, this is too weird.
That's such a weird, self-fulfilling like circle, you know, snake eating its own tail of like, you know, everyone looking at me causes me a breakdown and I get canceled. But when I break down, then I make money and I get even more attention and more people are looking at me. And then that makes me have another breakdown. Like I feel like that's what's happening to America. I feel like you're America right now.
Oh, wow. I don't know how I feel about that, but maybe it's accurate.
Okay.
Hopefully that means America's going to heal soon because I'm on a healing journey.
You're on a healing journey, and we need to get America on a healing journey.
We might. I think this is the year, right? Something will switch, hopefully, for everybody. Hopefully it's not 2020.
I hope so. I hope so. But continue. So you're at this low point, cancellation, documenting.
You see that? Trisha took it to a really fun place, and he brought it back. He's like, and take us back. He is like chipping away. Let's see if she falls for that.
But voices, what's up?
Yeah, I really thought like schizophrenia or something. Like I really thought I was developing this like later in life. I was like, whoa, this is crazy
because she easily could have said, oh, I'm not ready to talk about it. But we're getting something here. Okay.
Voices, which some people would call them like intrusive thoughts, I guess. But mine were like actual voices where I'm like talking to the person in the room with me. You know what I mean? So I don't know the difference between intrusive thoughts and what I was feeling because I felt like there was people and I was talking to them in the room. So it was definitely scary. I definitely...
There you go. So I really want to know, I'm going to zoom it back here. What do you guys think about that in the comments down below? And due to audience participation, if this video does well, we'll deep dive into it even more because I think there's a lot to unpack here. But overall, I'm glad she talked about it. She looks healthy, you know. And yeah, so made this far in the video. Drop a heart emoji in the chat. I really would appreciate that a lot. Or a pumpkin or whatever. Drop something. Show me you're alive out there. And yeah, and I'm also going to link in the YouTube shop some kitty litter because kitty litter is super heavy. So get it delivered to your house. Don't carry it around. So I'll link it in the YouTube shop, my favorite kitty litter. So I love cats. All right, guys. See you later.